Hello and welcome, as it is that of Thursday, day number 26 of July, 2018. My name is Derek, and this is a crypto trading video. Like always, all trades, all bets, and the such is always within your own risk, own reward. And in this video, risk-reward management and awareness is very, very important, as some coins on Poloniex have gotten delisted today. Poloniex to delist. Florin, folding coin. I should remember the name of this. XVC, Bit Crystals, Nexium, Radium, Black Coin, Pink, the RIC tokens. And they're doing so on August the 2nd. Earlier today, Poloniex announced plans to delist a number of digital assets from its platform starting August 2nd, as they will no longer be following the altcoins, which I've already named. And then the tweet from Polo on Thursday, August 2nd at midnight UTC, the following assets will be delisted. And then another tweet, please finalize all trades and close any positions in these assets prior to August 2nd. Once delisted, you will have 30 days to withdraw any balances in these assets. For more information, there's a website. And when we read further, this move was made in order to align with the framework of Polo. Moving forward, specifically, they're implementing the Circle Asset Framework into its exchange to help managing its existing crypto assets. Some of the crypto's assets fit in the framework, while others do not. To free up the team focus, Poloniex announced in their statement, we have decided to delist some of our currently supported assets that either do not align with the framework and or exhibit limited trading volume for an extended duration of time. The popular current cryptocurrency exchange is advising customers to finalize all trades and close any positions in these assets before August 2nd, which is the date the coins will stop being available for trading. After the coins are delisted, you'll have 30 days up to and including September 2nd to withdraw any balances in those assets. They'll send emails, and they say here all coins plummeted in the news, with most of the delisting coins dropping by 20 to 80%. So some of them moves down. Florin coin down 27%, folding count down 39, Vcash 73, Bit Crystals 26, Nexium 35%, Radium up 2%. It's Black coin down 3%, Pink plummeting 26, and Rye coin 72. Now the two biggest ones, Vcash and that of Rye coin, they are exclusively only traded on Poloniex. So I'm presuming that the only place you could withdraw them to is going to be hardware wallets, where every other coin listed is traded on some other exchange. And I think almost all of them would be on Bittrex that were not, except for those two that were named, which of course is RIC and XVC. But Pink I know is there, Black I know is there, Rads I know is there. NXC, I got out of that one months ago, and it was on Bittrex. BCY's on Bittrex. Folding coins on Bittrex, and Florin coins on Bittrex. So every other one of these ones are on Bittrex, as well as other ones. These coins with the smallest market caps experienced the largest drops. Meanwhile, largest coins shrugged off the delisting. So basically, another word of me, just like I state, yeah, the lower market caps, but when you're just traded on one exchange like that, then what else do you expect when news like this gets out? There's going to be a group of people who are like, oh, so Black coin went down, and if they think it's a good coin, they're like, okay, so I guess it's still going to be available on all the other sites. Now that's the only coin that I had was BLK. I got out of it. But as far as some commenters, here's a few tweets on here. Starting off with Secrets of Crypto. Poloniex, I'm done with your crypto exchange. Delistings are not cool. Well, that is part of the game, and that's what, when I talk about it's a game, understand the game. And when you're talking about these shit coins like that, that's all part of it. It really, really is. And then Polo is a joke. They delist good coins and keep their insider trading shit like XBC. This is why I tell everyone to avoid this shady crap exchange. Not being listed there is a plus. And here we have someone who drew a picture, or took a screenshot rather, of the top losers, which shows the 81 and 73% down moves along the way. 15 minutes in, or wreckety wrecked. Interesting choice of words there. Closing my account. Ain't log in again. Interesting grammar. And like I state, understand the game. Understand you are facing the risk when playing these shit coins that stuff like this can happen. Are you okay with the situation? What type of plans do you have for it? For myself, black coin represented somewhere close to 0. What percent of my bankroll, well under 1%. So it's like, whatever. That's, of course, that's my for me, portfolio risk reward management is always job number one for myself, as I've mentioned so many times. And as we look at one of the big losers, here we have Raicoin, which earlier was in the 600s, now down to $1.50 or 150 Satoshi. On the 15-minute time frame, it happened all at once. Once the announcement came out, first to the party, got got the best sales, I guess. Again, like I'm stating, you cannot you cannot send these to another exchange. So there's the big movements down, starting at 11:12 a.m. Eastern time, and let's take a look at some other ones. And we're looking at Vcash. And if you're able to figure out how to trade this on a successful level, when you see after this happens, this falls from 1100 to 285, and then it rallies up to 793, pulls back. Let me just even go in the 1 minute time frame for this one. As you can see, it goes from 283, several minutes later, it goes up to 779, back down to 398, and there's even some buying that occurred up to 638, down to 305, and then rallying up to 670, going back down to 375, up to 537, falling down to 292, currently at 360. Hey, maybe this 18 average, this thing may get above this resistance of 364 and maybe test a lower high area in the mid 400s. Now, I'm sarcastically serious about that because it could most certainly happen. And as far as finding situations to day trade, well, there's definitely profit potential because the volatility comes in when coins get delisted. But of course, these markets are in a downward situation of big momentum lower because of the obvious fundamental news that coins get delisted. Let's show radium next on the 1 minute time frame. And you see these moves, if you want to understand them a little bit, I'll give you an idea of what the bid-ask book looks like. And I was almost tempted to put a 26,000 Satoshi bid in and then trade this over to Bittrex. And on Bittrex, well, we'll go to that one next. $32,000. So it would work out to a decent arbitrage. Even if I were to buy 26,000 and this say were to fall to say 30, 29, I could still get a profitable gain when taking a look at the bid-ask order book on Poloniex. What we can see is that the ask order sets 31.3 and change, and 31.4, 31.5, and so on. There's a bid order for only almost 2/3 of them at 30,007, then down to 26,004. So the idea would be, let's try to put a buy order at 26,010. Hope to get it. Once I get it, I would move it over to Bittrex. I have no idea how long it's going to move on the block order. I've never ever moved this coin before. Most of the times it can be pretty good. Some coins can take a substantial period of time to send, and some can be quickest. The one I was most thrilled with was Gigabyte, because I've sent that and had it available to trade like 2-3 minutes after the send. That's the fastest coin that I've ever seen come through, but I've seen a lot of slow ones, and I'm not too sure on the speed. I thought about Trying to put a buy order here in the 26 so I could sell at the 32, but I'm not going to. So when you understand risk reward, you understand the game. If you're holding something like CAENN, unless you know something solidly fundamental, congratulations if you do, then this is something that could very easily have a fallout. And Bittrex states, oh, we're delisting it. Next thing you know, it's 45 Satoshi. Those are, of course, different possibilities. Of course, the idea is it goes down, you buy a bunch, and then when it finally rallies, you can have major sells, sort of like what was shown on Ad Token, where it managed to get back all of its decline that it had from the April Fool's rally top in just 2 days, and pretty much just one. In fact, definitely as much just this day here got all of its gains, or losses rather, back in one session. So that's, of course, for me, what I'm looking to hope to get are these big type moves of this type of nature. But your risk is always going to be being coins delisted. So when I mention stuff like looking for coins that are safe, and this is what I mean by safe, if Bitcoin goes up, then whatever coins you talk about, these are the ones that you know are going to follow suit. They're not going to get delisted. They're not going to go to nothing. They're not going to be known as a shit Ponzi scam coin that's got to go and thus is going to get crushed in price. So when you're talking about coins like the Litecoin and the Ethereum and any case coins you know are in good project use, or anything fundamentally you know is very good, and those are the ones that are referred to as over the long term, and the long term is really the rest of the decade, that especially for the next many months, that there is nothing to state that this coin is in trouble for a big time move lower. So generally speaking, the larger volume coins, stable wise, anything to me that consistently trades double digit Bitcoin per day, especially when we're talking about 20, 30, 40 Bitcoin per day or more, have a better chance ultimately than the ones that trade closer to 1, or definitely the ones that are doing 0.2, 0.3, 0.5. Those are like the ultimate shit coins, really. And of course, you never know, but those ones are the huge risk, huge reward, because you have a situation where Bitcoin goes from, like, say, well, it's at 8,000 now. Say it goes to 80,000. It does a 10x. Well, now you got an altcoin. Well, it doesn't matter what its price against the dollar is, but it does a 20, 50x move against Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin does a 10x, so we'd be doing like a 500x move. Those are the plays that you're going to get from a lot of the altcoins. Thus, being aware of the exposure you have towards them and being able to handle any losses that may come into play because of an event like this, I find to be very, very important. Thank you for tuning in and have yourself a magnificent day. Bye-bye.